exploration for the pistol round. FPX grouped up. And even that A split.
Even with the double smoke comp, Brent, not putting a smoke down in mid there. Yeah. Not giving the idea that they're going for the A split. jawgemo almost caught off.
Catching it. Quite a bit of damage actually off of that one. Berlin lucky to be alive, but they're going to be getting the first section of the A site. It's going to be theirs.
What a lovely
now to Nana Swarms. Boostio still anchoring towards the back. No one really swinging to deal with them. They just can't. Too many Nana Swarms at the floor, at the feet, yet still FPX coming up with the goods. 2 kills their way. Plenty of damage done to the players though. They are quite weak, and there's a shock dart. Finishing off Ayang. Still close to the corner, Lysoar. Oh, well, they're not going to expect this one. Still up close, onto the heaven angle. jawgemo does not win his fight out. Demon 1 brought down. And FPX open us up with a pistol round win. Still a slight jiggle, and really down to the minute mark, there hasn't really been much else movement. It's a reclearance, it's called by EG, with a paranoia sets him up. Tagging onto Ayang, but it doesn't matter. Demon 1 still wins his fight out, left down to 9 health. What's the response? Not too much else. Still contact plays here, working themselves up towards Cat. FPX for the 2-2 split, but EG still have players anchoring down, locking it down, rooted in place almost. There's a KO nade pushing him even further away. Time is really running short, and there is chaos in the mix. Lysoar through the smoke. What kind of timing do you really want to take here? Waiting for the stars to be dropped down. There it is in front of them, but jawgemo contained, still brought down. Ethan is there with a trade. At the backside of Jenny, Spikes out in the open with 23 seconds left, looking for information, buying time. It's a 3-2-1 face. And EG, they've got the discipline for it. Demon 1's got the R.
It's just a flash recon play, I think, here. Oh, it's gonna have a Hunter's Fury
right behind it, yep. As soon as the dart was broken, that's the trigger. Com's consistent with it, lets it loose. Up in mid, Demon 1. Of course, he's going to be finding it, but does he expect that? Angle! There's no shot!
It's just filthy!
Slight minor adjustment, another day in the office for Demon 1. Listen, he had a bit of a rough beginning to the map, but okay, he's warming up.
And think about how perfectly timed this investment of ultimates and in general just to play with the op going aggressive and the Hunter's Fury being used to halt this economy. FPX had just got a buy up. They're in a 4v5 instantly off the back of Com's play, and Demon 1 is picking apart the rest of FPX with ease. This is what EG did so well on their run towards Tokyo. They took one advantage and spiraled it into many.
Down towards Cat. Late lurk from one of the players. The Trailblazer. Clears out towards it. Com is out in the open. Misstep there. Was not expecting these players to be so fast up onto that angle. Smoke down, dropping it. jawgemo to reposition. Updraft to reclear. And a flash is really quite nice. FPX coming straight into it. Great ideas of how they wanted to clear out the site there.
Specifically the updraft play and swinging through it. Really good coordination. And EG caught off by the tempo, as you were saying.
That's just okay.
Boostio caught by the spam. And suddenly, as quickly as the Seco round started, it is over. Demon 1 looking for a different angle for the operator.
Oh, and it's just a classic play with the dart and the spam of the Odin. No one watching top mid. There's a chance there that Demon 1 got punished, but no. Dash to disengage, back away. Picking up the angle now once more, but it is FPX looking at that 4v5 disadvantage to them, and it's, well, cemented even further.
That's both of the smokes gone.
And now there's nothing to really stop Demon 1. He can take all of these line-of-sight angles. There has to be risk taken, and that's maybe what Yuicaw's doing. With that kill onto Com, close, it's missed. With the shot, that is a punish. It's 3 versus 3, just like that. Close to the corner is Ethan.
He's stuck here, though.
Yeah, there's no real support for him.
Ayang still with 2 flashes. Ethan's got to be a little concerned about that, but we can see that Ayang deep into B main is not going to be an issue.
It might just come down to individual gunfights. Still locking it down. It's a dash forwards, but there's no one else to follow up on that, so Ethan is relatively safe and sound. FPX now just trying to get themselves through onto the site. With Boostio falling, might just get a little bit easier. Ethan, how do you play this? Do you take risks? Do you try and survive long enough for the team? No, he takes the peak and he will fall.
Looking to try and grab a timing there, and Ayang, it looks like he's seriously in form. He's been very sharp in terms of hitting shots around the map. Puts his team in a 2v1 to win their 4th.
jawgemo with the 1v2. Plenty of util left. Make all sorts happen with it. Smoke. Do you want to place this one? Dropping down, so one way towards the back of it. Paranoia there, TP close, was that predicted? Lysoar doesn't seem too likely still. AAAAY was there.
AAAAY's currently at the top of the scoreboard. He was one of their best players, perhaps even their best at lock-in, and in the events prior.
Knives out, Demon One, you're really trying to take that, there's no coverage. From the bottom section of mid, a push out through main. Will they deal with these players? EG are crumbling, it's Com. It's the last player left standing. And they know exactly where he is. AAAAY feeling it, man. Here we go, last chance in the first half. Demon One with the operator once more. Another setup here with the Hunter's Fury. Something triggered it. Demon One trying to set himself up through with the chaos. The Hunter's Fury does cleave.
And in the meantime, your IGL Omen is swinging with the attack side operator. Of course he is. Just Berlin things.
He's backing away now, though, with the spike. The rest of his team pushing themselves up into 4 positions here. A main control. Yuicaw still holding on to itself. Finally regrouping. Is there a rifle for Berlin? I feel like you don't want an op in this scenario, but we'll see what he can do with it.
They certainly had enough cash to be able to give him a rifle as well as the operator, but I don't know whether they did.
Here we go. Smoke's dropped down now. One at a choke point. Boostio, what kind of timing do you choose to take it? There's an alarm bot at your feet. It's broken. He anticipated it. Somebody was creeping up onto that corner. jawgemo to reposition with the TP. Needs some help, though. Boostio through the smoke. Taking the fight right to it. Not enough to reset to claim that second. jawgemo. He's still alive, anchoring towards the back, but he's fired shots off now, just creating a bit of distraction. The rest of his team helping him out, but Com is brought down. Time needs to be bought here. I mean, jawgemo's already deep into the site. Ethan's not there with him. It's brought into this 1v1. Ethan! Consistency laid bare. It's 6-6.
EG getting set up. And one of the things that you can look at from FPX's side is how they favor attack and defense on Ascent. Usually, all teams are going to be defense-sided on this map. It's the opposite for FPX. They normally win about 60% of the time on attack and less than 50% on defense. So there's still great chances.
Yeah, flash and dart to clear most of it, but doesn't clear the players up into heaven. There's a high-low setup down below, but they're not winning the fights out. It's EG coming out on top.
And this one's going to be extremely difficult for the 2 smokes players, Nisha and Berlin, to be able to get back in on. One paranoia, maybe a stun or a pull, but Berlin goes in ahead of Nisha, trying to make something happen. And this looks like an extremely clean pistol.
Yeah, very clean. Kind of response I think you'd probably want if you're a fan of North America. Right in front of the turret, in fact.
Not a great idea on an anti-eco, I don't think.
I mean, Yuicaw out in the hands, panicking when the paranoia was sent flying, and Demon One, man. It's precise, it's surgical, over the top. Dash still there. Yuicaw inside the smoke. Could he answer back? Not any chance of it fading anytime soon. Doesn't take the timing just yet. Still waiting. The rest of his team look like they're almost set up here to just save these rifles.
And Yuicaw's just spamming through to see if he can find anything, but that's it. That is it. One small mistake. And EG all grouped up in the same place. And it's over for FPX in this round.
Deep dart over. That's going to tag onto AAAAY. And there's no time wasted with this one. A flash slight. Blind there onto Demon One, but he is not wasted time. He's all the way through into tree. Smoke drop down and a dash forwards. Crosshair placement, excuse me. Cut up for the moment. There's going to be a pull through the choke point, but is it too late? It might just be. Still players into the site. Yuicaw from heaven. He's eventually traded, but he's still doing the damage. Flash through. Even just, again, blindly firing. And Lysoar out in the open. Getting his ankles broken. jawgemo. He's there with a Guardian. Call yet to be made by the rest of the team, but they are grouping up now over towards B, and they have pushed Demon One into a deep 4 position into mid. Paranoia re-clear.
Lysoar's got to back off now.
Yeah, got to play around your util, but still, Lysoar's just holding his ground, and he falls TP into the back. Berlin, he does remove him. jawgemo's gone. Hunter's Fury, though, there's a connection. There is the kill. Com is getting value from it. Shot missing. Demon One into mid. The Zikz is distracting him, or what? Not too sure, but still, it's a 2v3. FPX could make something off this one. Yuicaw just trying to play this one fast and loose as well, not waiting for any sort of timing. Spotted out, though. There's a double face. AAAAY He's brought it down into a 1v1, and Com playing into main. AAAAY still, he spotted him surely, just the edge of the gun, edge of the weaponry. Oh, nails the shot.
AAAAY has just been incredible for FPX here in map 1.
Down to 35 seconds now. Boostio being pushed. Wow. What an angle to peek off the alarm box. Contact! Instantly responded, and meanwhile, there's a battle taking place on the other section of the map, but EG have no intention of going over towards A. Straight down mid, right into Lysoar, the difference maker. The spikes drop down. It is carnage occurring. Damage definitely done. Lysoar needs to try and play for his life. Still, Yuicaw has picked up the angle a little bit too late here. Paranoia out in the open. Lysoar can't land the kill. 11 bullets and towards the backside of it. Ethan's there. jawgemo collects. 12 seconds left, and they are going to be able to get this plant down. The site is opened. It's AAAAY in a 1v2. The form has been good, but does not expect it. The positioning, or repositioning of jawgemo, enough to clinch the round. An important thing to note as well is the economy taking a bit of a tumble. Pistols for FPX, plenty of ults to use here, trying to play aggressively, spamming through the wall with it, dart tagging. Lysoar in so much trouble. I mean, just facing wide here. Lockdown, shot missing. The bunny hops just narrowly avoiding all these bullets that are flying straight through them, but you got to respect this lockdown now. Has to be the evacuation. Is there any sort of utility to stop it? Updraft dash, yep, nade into the corner, along with the nano swarm. It clears them out, pushes them back, gives that player advantage, but for EG right now, still, the post plan actually, as long as they get this plant down, is actually quite good. They have been main control still, and with that kill, again, the advantage keeps going their way. Flash and a repeat, slight miss, but still with the rifles. Maybe they can get these kills up. Yuicaw, last one left. Not for much longer. 12-8. One more round for EG. No command comes through, and they are going to be able to dead these, so look at that. It's going to be the pull online, but they just wait it out. Berlin still anchoring towards the back, cannot use the util. Will the push come through? Demon 1, I mean, he's just entering for them with the operator. The rifles will clean it up in the end. Shots hitting. Everybody on form right now for EG, and they can feel it. This is it. Precipice to try and take away map number 1. Team hungry to get this done and over with just like that. And number 1 will be theirs. It's a 13-8 finish for EG. A credit to FPX, definitely pushing them. Plenty of players on the other side of this one. Trailblazer, that's going to be the trigger. Demon 1 gets out of there.
He went back for the repeat.
Yeah, he really did. One more kill and he's got his dash back. He wants even more! And they're going to give it to him. 3 kills. On for the ace. Spike drop down. Knows where Nizhao is, but denies that chance. Still left in a 2 versus 4. AAAAY now opting into just contacting, but Ethan with the jiggle. Doesn't want to give away too much, and yet calls the peak timing together. And the backstab is on its way. There it is.
Very nice pistol round from EG.
We can hear, again, the rumbling of the footsteps forwards. Com, shocked at, good damage done, but already the dash forwards to get themselves into the side here. FPX looking to see if they can land some shots, get some kills. Yuicaw walking right into them. It's EG. They're just being handed these kills here. Boostio was alone and isolated towards the back of the site. There is chaos created when the smokes are propped up like this, yet AAAAY, great chance for him to really do some damage into the backlines there, but no, brought down in the middle of it still. Spike retrieved, a tap onto it. Again, trying to force that reaction out, but just Lysoar walking right into the nade. Opens it out, and Demon 1, he's feeling crispy. Here's a lockdown. Drop that one. There's no tools to really break this one unless EG have cooked up some lineup, and as I say that, nades, there needs to be something else.
No, it's close enough.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Enough damage done. Fully with the lineup, Ethan, he's really being pressured into the back. Flash rebounded off to the side, takes the peek, off of it, runs out of bullets though, can't exchange the weaponry still. The team are there to flood in and help them out. jawgemo popping off entirely. That's 4 in a round for him. Timings and positioning, I mean, the consistency is off the charts of that guy. Demon 1 taking a gander into mid as Yuicaw, who's favored, rips the head clean off. Goodbye to the Jet adversary. And now they're slowing it down again. I quite like this look. You're forcing a response out of EG now that they're a player down.
And the response is to reclear A once more. Ethan still has a flash, but Aang's going to take contact earlier.
Ethan wins the fight out. Aang with potential there to win that one, but now it's a 4v4 at this point. The reaping, Ethan, he knows that there's a chance that they've got to gain that space out towards it. Flash not quite connecting, still they want to take the fights towards it. The spacing not good enough. jawgemo. Oh, he's just beamed them all down where they stand. The spike drop down, the late lurk of Lysoar. Won't be getting too much more value. There's a jump spot. Just try and force one of these fights through the wall. Follow the traces, and you'll be guided right to a kill. Not a lot of time, though. jawgemo, how's he finding these, man? The guy is just dominating. It's a massive,
There's 4 players ready
massive
to
rotation, isn't it? Yeah. EG is just more than ready still. Can you be ready for Yuicaw? And Berlin combine mind of them. Here's the Hunter's Fury to try and push them back inside the smoke, trying to take that timing through the chaos and the confusion. Com finds 3. The Hunter's Fury beams right down, but the util out in his hands. My man's playing a different game. He doesn't have the gun out. Leaves it to the 1v1. Boostio versus Yuicaw. And the repositioning. Boostio almost anticipating it here. Out towards the side. Is the crosshair placement going to be good? Out into the open. Shots missing, but finally it is there. Adjusted in time.
Baby Bear was talking about the fact that Com's ultimates on Sova are just ludicrous. He always seems to manage to get at least 1. How about 3?
EG are going to be getting a ton of information. They have left mid completely open though, so you can see the positioning of the EG players. Just watching just in case there is that deep lurk. They don't know currently the Yuicaw will be sitting. But he is isolated essentially on an island while the rest of his team now just starts to work their way into B.
So many good ways that FPX can close this out. The Cosmic Divide in particular.
And there's a lockdown though to slow down the approach. Anything to break this one. I mean, the Killjoy utility has already just slowed them down to a crawl. Berlin going for the plant out wide. No control of any other areas of the map. The Cosmic Divide is perfect. Splits it up. Detainment online here. And EG now setting themselves up for this reflank attempt. Double pushed up together. There's a flash on top of it. jawgemo, would he anticipate it? No. With the reset, this guy is just phenomenal right now. He's feeling it. And more. Still, it is just up to him. It's a 1v2 while all this was happening. And Aang, that's going to be the second round on the board off the back of that.
You know, they would love to be set up for some kind of B split, but they don't know if Demon One's been pushed up deep over towards B. And they don't have any presence in that area. Okay, Berlin is just using his ultimate there to clear the way for Yuicaw to take A main.
Seekers as well on top of it. It's all layered up. Com. He's going to be spotted out here. Yeah, the Seekers, I believe. No, not quite latching onto him. He's just trying to spray Lysoar all the way through. Demon One over the top. Updraft. A flash in play. Everybody blinded up. Going for another bite of the apple. Demon One, he's feeling it. Precise form. Close to the corner here. There has to be that reposition. Aang with a back to it, man. Maybe expecting that the site was clear. The Cosmic Divide did break this one up entirely. Dash forwards. Who knows what's going on this side and across the board, but Demon One still landing it with the Blade Storm. Left up to Yuicaw. Damage definitely being done. Yeah, no pull, only the stun. Connects there. Ethan already getting half. Has to get off of it. Stunned up, and Yuicaw collects. There's your clutch.
I want to see what the pistol round looks like, to be honest with you. EG looking like they want to take very early control of B-long.
And Drone's going to get that tag as well on the deep angle here. Yuicaw, they know his position's there. It looks like EG are opting in to try and fight this one.
Uh-oh.
Plenty of presence here, but Berlin's close to the corner, just spamming it out, anticipating that re-swing, and they have the util to clear them out of the positions, flushing them out.
Really good utility usage there from Com and from Ethan.
Bot coming back.
You can tell that EG have a great idea about what their protocols want to be.
And so much damage being done there. Demon One, how's he finding that? I mean, wasting bullets in the moment for the disrespect. You're kidding me, man. I mean, you think he's going up against Fnatic in the final?
Someone in the crowd not happy about that as well.
Yeah, not surprised. Close though. Aang, that flash is very good and almost enough for the reset to claim the other kill. And Yuicaw, he's been set up potentially for success. It's a 1v2. They don't know he's repositioned this one in this plan. Out in the open with enough damage done. Demon One will fall. And Yuicaw left alone. Going down there to jawgemo. Can he win this pistol round out? Not a tap, a full stick. jawgemo going for that plant. Lands it.
continuing the form that he had in the first half.
Now running all the way back over towards B. There's still Util waiting to be used here. Another star drop down, so jawgemo's going to be probably using this to recall and pass. Just to the side, yeah.
And you can see pings coming out here. I'm expecting Com to use his Hunter's Fury. You can see him setting up for it.
Yeah, it's going to clear all those corners as this push starts to come through. Now right into action, into the fray. Nanoswarms drop down on top of it. Hunter's Fury, good connection with the kill. But AAAAY's still alive. Into the back section of Halls. The Seekers let rip as well just to buy a bit of time out in the open. Ethan does not get off that. And time now is really against them. Down to the final 11 seconds out into the open with the dog. Hot on the heels of Com. It sets up the easy fight here.
I'm not sure they're ready for this.
I mean, AAAAY's holding the flash. Off of whose contact though? Maybe a form of utility. Yuicaw close to the corner, finds it. There's the flash, it's impeccable.
Perfect.
Damage is there.
One enemy remaining.
Absolutely perfect. EG were not ready for it.
30
Just
seconds
walked
left.
straight into the trap setup. Lovely idea from FPX. Taking that space and setting up the trap. All just based off Yuicaw having the control of B long.
Yeah, at this point you just got to save this rifle.
Killed my bot.
FPX have done enough here. The legwork, the groundwork, all laid out. FPX 11-2-7. That was a flawless round, so now the economy's going to get built up. The intention of getting Yuicaw on the angle with the operator, but there's going to be a lot of players on the other side of things here. Look at Demon 1, he's all the way over the top. It's a dart with the flash all combined up. Does Yuicaw realize he's crossed here? I mean, the angle now is close it up, opens it up now again, once more to try and re-clear onto the corner. This is so damn dangerous. The dash is going to be fading away here, and with the drone in his face, got to respect this one. Meanwhile, in mid, what is occurring? Stuns and Util. It's boundless right now. Yuicaw wants a piece of the action as well. Fully grouped up. There's a kill. Is that a response? There, Ethan cannot turn in time. Yuicaw bringing down almost all of them here. It's a 3 versus 3. The lockdown's now being invested because the spike was heard dropped out into the open.
And look how FPX scatter to the far reaches. Yuicaw just completely on his own, looking to try and contest the outside. They're trying to force the fights instead of reinforce their position. This has devolved into a bizarre round. FPX had the spike down, had mid control, and now they have no idea where EG are. Not a clue.
I said earlier, Josh, I wanted to see a bit more silliness. I found it. At this point, this round is all over the place.
But just after FPX had won
It's
4
just
rounds in a
timing,
row,
isn't it?
it's all timing.
jawgemo just walked up through, all the way down. He's distracted by the sound cue, but jawgemo falls. 2 versus 2. They know where Lysoar is. Do they choose to go into him? Anything to clear this? Oh, it's not quite. And the trade, well, it's on time. But Demon 1 versus AAAAY. Time definitely against him. We'll be able to get that plant down, though. The position is not there to try and deny. So an extension of it into the round here. Updraft, up top. And Demon 1 is eager for it. Trying to take the jewel, but fully blinded up, narrowly avoiding. 70 health to his name. A slight tap, but Demon 1's too good. It's 12-8. Took a lot to get them there. Just need one more round. Same Util that's being used here. The drone into a main, a bit of a flash clearance. Hunter's Fury, that's a huge tag. Damage definitely being done, and there's the impetus. The push attempt, EG to putting the squeeze entirely on the bullet. He's got the timing. He's into a main as well. They don't have a clue. Inside, the smoke patience is shown for just a moment. Here's the orb. Com returns fire. And the trade online. EG with a massive player advantage now, and this should be the finisher.
Lysoar and Yuicaw got it all to do in the 2v4. 2 players stuck at default.
Spotting
Can they
out.
make anything of that?
Through into main. Yuicaw missing his shot. They'd have to just cleave down multiple of them, find these openings. However they can. Demon 1's repositioned, and yep, facing it all together. 13-8. Scoreline for man number 2. Not the cleanest of affairs for EG, but it does get them that match win.
Of course, when Boostio was saying earlier they were going to get 8, he of course meant 13-8, 13-8.
That's each map.
Yes, of course. Well,
yeah.